All right, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
All right, we're starting a class today on tables. And of course, you know, tables have a lot of rows and columns in them. We would have done it in grade 10. So, in the BGCSE, sometimes you're asked to do a table with lines and sometimes without lines. So, what we're going to do today is you're going to learn how to do a table without lines. Um, to start off with, we're going to, of course, set up our page. And so we're going to go margins to 0. And font to Courier New. Line spacing, single, O and O. And of course, the size is 12. So now that our page is set up, we're going to insert a table. So we're going to go to Insert, Table, and we can so choose this and then type the number of columns, and let's do 3 columns. Okay, the rows don't matter. And so let's put name here. Tab to get to the next cell. Name, grade, GPA. And by pressing tab to get down to the next line and type in a name. He's in grade 10. And his GPA is 3.0. Then we have he's in grade 12. And his GPA is, and then we have and his GPA is, let's give him a good GPA. All right. Okay. So sometimes in the BGCSE they would say something like insert, put in 6 spaces or 5 spaces between the column or 3 spaces. They'll give you a number of spaces to put in between the columns. So we have 2 in between columns here. We have between this column and this column, and we have between this column and this column. But of course, after it, that's not between anything. So really, we just need to put the space here and in between here. So what we'll do is to get the space in between these 2 columns, we'll put the space after the longest line in this column. And the longest line is after who? John Johnstone. So we're going to put just say 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spaces is after John Johnstone. So once we've done that, we're going to use the ruler and we're going to close in to that point until we see our 6 spaces. Okay? And then the longest line on this one is what? Grade. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to drag this in. And it's now there. And because this is in between nothing, we're going to close this in as close as we could without something going down to the next line. We don't want that to happen, so we need to open up that. Okay? So now we have our spaces between columns. And the last thing, another thing they ask you to do, not the last thing, but it's another thing they ask you to do, is they would say center the entire table. Center an entire table does not mean centering all the words in the table. For instance, if you highlight like this and you click center, the word to center, but the table isn't centered, it's still on the left side of the page over here. So we don't want to do that. I'm clicking undo. And so what we do is select the entire table by clicking the same four-headed arrow that you see that there. You click that to select the table, and then you click center, and notice the word sitting center, the table center, and that's what they are asking for. Okay. Um, and let's say if we want to center this vertically, we will go to page layout, page setup, layout, and under vertical alignment, we'll choose center. And it's now in the center vertically and horizontally. Okay. Now the last thing is the lines in the table. If you notice some of the tables that you're going to do, we say we're doing the online table. This have lines. We're going to need to remove the lines. But before we remove the lines, if you notice, we need the words in this table to sort of replace where the line is. Because if you notice between the line and the words, there's a space there. So we want the words to start right where the line is, and then we can move on, okay? So to do that, we're going to change the cell margins also to 0. So we're going layout, cell margins is right here. So I'm clicking cell margins, and I'm going to change my cell margins all to 0. And notice now my table is right where I want the words are right where the lines are. Now I can remove the lines by selecting my table, home, and I'm looking for borders. Where is borders? Right here. I'm going to choose no border. So now my table have no lines. When I move this, it looks as if I use tab to do this, and that's what you want. Because sometimes they call it tabulation, but it's so much easier to do in a table. With tabulation, you have to do all kind of calculations and stuff, and I don't believe in doing things the hard way. I believe in doing things the easy way. So, any questions? None? Okay. Now, another thing that they may ask you to do is they may ask you to sort things, put them in a particular order. If they wanted you to sort this, for instance, by grade, from highest to lowest, you would just select those in layout. You click sort, and that was column what? Let me move this. That's grade column, so that's column 2. Descending. Okay, so now it's in grade order from highest first. And you could do by GPA or by name as well. Okay, just choose the column. So that's it for tables, for the online tables. Okay. Bye.